Hey, my Vibe Tribe. I hope everyone here on TikTok is doing wonderful today. Had a little rough patch there, got a little down, but we're back up because you never give up. And so, that being said, we had a problem and now we have a solution. And we found the problem, and I have identified the leak and where it was coming from. And so, that being said, we're going to fix the leak today. And that's what I'm going to show you on this little TikTok live. I'm going to show you everything that you will need. I have copper pipes, and so in the past I have experienced leaks like this before, and it can cause a lot of water damage very quickly. And so this little tip and this little technique can save you very costly plumbing repairs, and it can save you and buy you some time until you can afford to replace those copper pipes. And so this has really saved me in the past. And so I'm going to get everything together and show you what we're going to need for this project and do it yourself. And we're going to fix this leak and get it off the list of to-dos, so we don't have to deal with this anymore, or until we can get these pipes completely replaced with the new version, the plastic PEC pipe, which part of this here is. And so this is here a whole process that has to be addressed within this home. It's an older home that was built in '92, and so it still has all the old copper pipes, and the pipes are down into the slab as well. And so when it involves the concrete, the slab, and so on and so forth, it can be quite a job. And so this little tip, like I say, it can buy you some time until you're able to do that, or indefinitely if you want to keep patching them that way too, that can work. This here little patch, from experience, has lasted me a year or more. Actually, the one that I have now is still going, and I put it on like about a year ago, and I will show you that one as well. I just have to take the camera and flip it around, and it's a process as well. And so what you will need for this pipe hack fix, and again, this can work possibly on other pipes as well because of the type of glue. And so is what you're going to need. It's very basic and very simple. We have it right here. You're going to need a Sharpie, first of all, or a marker, some type of marker, because once you identify where your leak is coming from, you're going to need to mark that spot, because you're going to be shutting your water off, and then the drip will disappear and you will not know what spot and where to glue. So marker to mark the spot, some way to mark a little X or a dot. They also have like little crayons or Crayola type matte pencils that will do similar markings on pipe if you have that. But if not, like I say, just a marker or something. You're going to need scissors, because you're going to need to cut to size your paper towel, and you're going to make the patch to the size of the patch that you're going to need to make the repair. And you will need specifically these type of paper towels, and they are Viva, and they are the signature cloth. They are they're like a bonding type paper towel, so they're very it's not even necessarily that they're thick, it's that they're the signature cloth, excuse me. And so they're reusable, and they're very inexpensive as well. And then this here you can find at Lowe's. I've not found it anywhere else, not Home Depot or any I don't even think you can find it. You might be able to find it online. but it's very inexpensive as well, and it's $5 to $7 a bottle, and it is DAP, D-A-P, Rapid Fuse. And this is a super glue, but it's a rapid fuse glue, and so it bonds to copper pipes. And I will walk you through this whole process. And I'm going to actually, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a how-to video. And so I will be posting that for you as well. And so it'll cut all this extra talk out and just get straight to the point and break it down for you to exactly what you'll need and exactly how you will do this project and complete it. And so I hope this helps you out. Like I say, we've had a little rough patch here in Texas, and so it's actually sunny today. That's so great because then we get to dry out some of this water, which we desperately need to dry out some of this water. I might even take the camera and show you. It's so funny. My son got my truck stuck now. One son wrecked it. And my other son got it stuck. So my truck it's out back in the yard. It is what it is. So we're looking forward to these next few days of sunny weather, and so we can get that truck unstuck and get it pulled out of the backyard there. Uh, That'll be a good thing because I'm having car issues. Who would have figured, huh? And so, moving on, is what it is. Gotta put a smile on your face and just keep going. So, I'm gonna take the camera here just a second, and I'm going to flip it over here, and I'm going to show you where this water leak's coming from. I actually have a bucket under it right now catching the drips, and so I'll have to go through the whole process like I was telling you and shutting the water off. I have to mark the spots, and so you will need the paper towels as well, because you're going to be, as you are identifying where the leak is, you're going to be writing. So, and that's why I said a permanent marker or one of those Crayola type specialty waxy marking pens that you can actually mark the spot in the area, and that the water will not wash it off. Because if you use something that it won't mark the spot, and then you'll wash it off and you'll come back after you turn your water off and you won't be able to find your spot. And so you're going to need the paper towels to keep dabbing, and then once you find the spot, identify it, you shut your water off, you drain your pipes, and make sure it's good and completely dry. So you're even going to want to let that set a few moments after you have identified it, shut your water off, and drained your pipes. So it's a very important process because you do not want any water left in your pipes when you go to apply the glue, because you want to make sure that you get a good bond on the pipe. Because this one here, it's not so bad. It's just slow drips, and I'll show you that with the camera. But in the past, I have had the pitting on the copper pipes to where the pressure on the pipe, it actually spews out and it shoots a fine mist. And you can identify that with a flashlight. You'll see a fine mist shooting out if you'll shut the lights off and then shine the light on the pipe. It's a good way to identify where the spray from the pitting has come from, where it's occurring. And then once you identify where the spray is, then it's easier to get your rag and put it over the spray of the water. And as you dab it, you'll see where it kind of drips out. This here, where I'm not going to have to do that on, because it's actually multiple spots. It actually looks like it's about 4 or 5 small little pitted spots that are just a small, slow drip. And so those aren't going to be the issue. The issue is that there is actually one that's kind of in a curvature of a joint here on this wall, and then there is actually still sheetrock behind here, and I've actually had issues in the past. I'll show you that here in a minute. And so this section has already been removed, and the pipes are exposed, and some of them have been replaced from the copper to the plastic, the PEX PVC pipe. But what is left is still, of course, causing the issue. But again, so blessed and so relieved that we found the issue, identified it, and it is easily fixable, something that I can fix here at home myself. And so, because these repairs can get very expensive, like I said. And so I hope this helps you out as well. Like I said, I'm not sure how these other, how it would bond to any other type, but these are copper pipes, and this technique works very, very well. So let me grab the camera here real quick, and then I will show y'all here where the leak is actually coming from. And then I would like to walk you, and I think I have the flashlight still in there, but I was going to show you actually one of the original patches that I had done here about a year ago, and it is still holding up. And so I've gotten very good results with this here little hack on how to fix your pipes. So let me grab that camera, and I'm going to show you real quick. I don't know, that's probably my boys write things and do things, so they have drawings here on a little wall. I don't know how I would not show that, because, well, they're boys. But we'll try not to get that on camera. And let me see here. So here is the bucket, and let me try to flip this camera here. Okay, here we go. The issue is going to be my back screen. I don't know how I would cover that one up. Let me see here. I guess it's this one? Yeah. Sorry. Okay, we'll try that. I don't want to get what's behind me on the wall and get in trouble for it, y'all. That's why I'm trying to cover it up, because my boys have drawn graffiti on this here. And so these leave my challenge. There is actually a tiny one right back in here under where I have this paper towel catching it. And so it's not only, I'm going to have to get this out of my way here, but I'm going to have to, it's kind of like, it's not in a joint, I wouldn't say, but it's on a curve, and it's right here on this beam here, this I forget what they're called. I know what they're called. Anyways, this piece of wood is going to be a challenge on that one. But these are easily accessible, and so I think I will have great success with those. And then 1 second here, let's walk you through. And I will, if I can find my flashlight, and get to, but to get it to stop leaking, it would share that little how-to with you. So let's get back in here. And go back here. There we go. And so I'm back. And so that was a little walk. I hope y'all enjoyed that. And so I wanted to show you what the end result would be and that it is holding, because you can see my water is currently on. Again, you have to turn the water on to identify the leak, find it, and then drain the pipes. And so that's what we're going to do here. And as I do it, I'm going to record it and post a little DIY how-to video for you. And I would love to stay on live with y'all and do that, but I don't know how I would do that and then record it. So I would have to record it and, you know, edit it, do some little things like that, probably add a little voiceover to break it down and make it simple. Because again, on the live, it would be a long, drawn out to follow it. And on a little how-to video, I can break it down for y'all and make it a little bit more simple, the steps easier to follow. But they are pretty easy, basically, the steps that, quite simple, what I've explained here. But I wanted to actually show you step by step versus actually tell you, and then that way you will have something to actually go back to and reference to as you're doing it. And that way, if you have any issues that you might run into, you can always hop back on and view that little how-to video on this little technique. And so I hope that this here will help you if you ever get into the situation that you end up having a water leak, which I wish a water leak on no one. They are exasperating and very overwhelming when they occur, to say the least. And so I hope this helped y'all out, and I really enjoyed vibing with y'all. I will try to hop back on a little bit later, but again, I'm going to be pretty busy still dealing with this here water leak. I was thinking about walking y'all to the backyard and show you how my truck sunk again, but it's actually funny. I find it funny. Others might not. I actually had to take the keys from the boys. They were going to sink it, y'all. They thought they could get it out. Now, granted, maybe, possibly, at one time in situation, but not in this one. Oh my goodness. We have had, I can't tell you the volume of water that we have had dropped on us. And so our ground right now is so saturated that it's literally like a mud pit. All the ground is extremely saturated. And so that being said, it's so soft and muddy, and it's a big excursion. It's a big truck, so it's extremely heavy. So I thought, okay, boys, you're going to push it out. Where are you pushing it to? More mud. It's going nowhere. So till we get dried out a little bit more. And so that's how my day has been. Very comical, but very good and very productive, because now I found the leak and I can identify and fix. And so problem and solution, my tribe. And so I just wanted to hop on with y'all, spend a little time with you. My apologies, I was a little down. Things kind of got to me. I'm human too, we all are, but remember that. Get down, get right back up, and never give up. Keep going, and everything's going to be okay. I'm so grateful that it wasn't the water heater leaking. It's an old water heater, but it's a good one. She's still going and still working, so I have no complaints. And very appreciative that this is turned out to be something that I can address and get this leak fixed. And share it with y'all, just in case you ever get in the situation. And you can share it too, because I know from experience, my neighbors, they have the same exact pipes that I do, the copper pipes, and they had similar issues here not long ago. And so maybe this could help you out or help someone else out in the future, or if you get into that situation, you can share this and say, hey, I know how to fix your copper pipes. And so that being said, I'm going to get this wrapped up and get this leak here addressed, and then I'm going to make this video and share it with y'all, and I hope this helped you out. And I hope you're having a absolutely wonderful day, and you have an absolutely wonderful evening. Much eternal love. Many eternal blessings. Hope to see you on my next TikTok Live.